guys, my name is Lyndsay Gannon. I'm the creator of Fittatude Muscle and Curves, and today I'm here with Sebastien here at Gold's Gym at Venice Beach. So just wanted to get a quick background where you've come from and what you've done to get to where you are now.
So what happened is pretty much I was born and raised in France. Also live in LA because of my mother. I've been in LA for about 3 years. Since then, I'm pretty much like where I got to right now. It's not where I want to be. I still have a long way to go, but it doesn't happen overnight. You just gotta be passionate, about it. And it's especially when you're in LA, it's like the field, the field that I choose, or the field that anybody, choose, which is like fitness or whatever, entertainment industry, whatever. It's not easy. You gotta work hard for it.
Tough, right?
You gotta be tough, because there's always, going to be some, some things, some obstacles, whatever that you're gonna cross, gonna have to cross over, path or whatever. And of course, it's a huge competition field, So if you want to get to the top, you know what it is. You just gotta work hard, and just do pretty much every day what you do. So I've been, I've been fortunate to do, to do a couple of covers. My latest covers was for the French magazine called Bodybuilding Rules magazine, which was actually shot by the king of covers. His name is Jason Ennis. He has shot over 250 covers. Most of the fitness, mental health, all those like fitness magazines overseas, as well. Any market, Latino market, Spain, Costa Rica, anything like that. So. But also, what I'm trying to do in the fitness industry, it's not just being one of those like fitness guys, which is like, clean cut, like you have to, technically be like, really like about the big size or whatever. Always the same thing. No, I pretty much like what I started is just because I want to show that you don't have to have this look, as long as you have physique that's actually accessible, that you can actually achieve by working hard for it, being dedicated, as diet goes, eat clean and things like that.
The lifestyle.
Then yeah, at the opposite, then those guys, that been working out for like 2 or 3 years, and then they were like, 200 pounds and like on juice or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they claim that they're not, then no, what I choose is not the easy way. I choose the hardest, the hardest path, the hardest way.
But saying true to what you want and who you are.
Exactly, But Lyndsay, what I want to say is, and to everybody that's watching right now, transformations does not happen overnight. You got to work hard for it. My transformation was a result of 10 years. I started as a fashion model, literally 10 years ago. So my physique was different. I always, been into sports. I was a professional gymnast for 6 years, a soccer player. So I always been into sports. Always been very, a very a skinny kid.
It's always been your lifestyle.
It's always been my lifestyle. Yeah. But of course, like you're a kid, you're like to, eat whatever. Yeah. So at that point, of course, you're a kid. You don't know anything about whatever, and you don't have to worry. You're young. You have to worry about your metabolism. You know what I mean? You can eat whatever, and that's what I was doing. Pasta, chocolate, sweets, cakes, whatever.
And you should as a kid, I think.
You should. I think otherwise, because you only have, you have one life. You know what I mean? And there's each, steps to your life. You started as a kid. Then you got your teenage, your childhood. Then you have, you become a teenager. Then adult. You know what I mean? So there's all those steps. You want to go through. And I think if you're already, as a parent, if you're already gonna restrict, your kid, like not having any candy or chocolates or desserts or whatever, I think it's a mistake you're doing, because what happens is when that kid grows up, and when he gets to that age when he's like probably 18 or 19, and like the parents can say anything about what he wants, it's just gonna go and like indulge, and most likely that kid will probably be obese. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
But if you actually, when he was a kid, and you had let him have a little bit of candy, sweets, and everything. I'm not saying every day, but a little bit like unrational. Yeah, exactly. Then absolutely, yeah. And then if you do that, then I can guarantee the kid will actually learn, how to really proportion, and that's when we'll actually probably start to eat pretty good when he grows up. So he will have a very good lifestyle.
Exactly. So aiming for your covers, what was the drive behind your fitness colours? Because I know you've been doing fashion modelling.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
And then
so
I transited into acting.
Yeah, so
because,
that's
you know,
quite a big transformation, you know, like
it
going
is.
from being that skinny sort of fashion model, like looking for such a different.
It is, you know, I was very skinny, but the thing is, when I started, you know, doing modeling, my agency, my modeling agency told me that I needed to get, you know, they're doing like underwear or anything like, because my look was very California. I had a long like highlights and curly hair, very wavy, so like very surfing type of whatever. So they wanted me to have, you know, like a kind of just like a nice physique, you know. So I started working out. I still wasn't eating right. I was eating like whatever. I didn't know anything about like diet, whatever, you know. So I would work out, and then after that, I would go eat a burrito. I would work out, and then after that, I would just go and like eat Chinese food. You know what I mean?
And so you mentioned that you wanted, you know, you've got big things ahead of you. How do you keep happy within what you've got so far and where you've come? So a lot of people keep striving for more, but they're unhappy with where they're at. So it's just trying to find that.
You know, I think if you're unhappy of where you are, you know, even though it's really hard, you know, because every day it's not like we call, you know, like in France, la vie en rose, you know, which is like every day it's always good. No, it's not. So, you know, if it was, then obviously this world would be just so easy, you know, for everyone. So, but you know, you gotta work, you gotta pay your dues. Of course, you know, I would like to be in a different level, you know, by now, you know, and I'm working towards it, you know, and setting up goals, you know, and hopefully that, you know, dreams will be rich in the next, you know, couple of years, you know, but you have to, you know, you have to see and how, keep pushing, you know, you just can't, you can't just go backwards. You can't just downgrade it yourself, just go upgrade it all the time, just keep going, no matter what happens, you know, no matter, you know, you get discouraged because, you know, you've been to so many auditions and you had like a callback, you know, for this part of the movie or commercial, and then all of a sudden they shoot somebody else. No, just because it wasn't your time. You know, when it'll be your time, you would book, you know, that commercial, book that movie, and then from there, you know, things will just, you know, like go on and on and on and on. You know, so of course, you know, I like to be in different level, but, you know, like I said, I'm happy already of what I've done. There's, you know, like it's a very encouraging and inspiring when you have, you know, people that's been in business for over 20 years, you know, and tell you that really you only been here for 3 years and you have done, you know, like this, you know, you have done this journey, you know, it's rewarding, exactly. And this is why you give, you know, you keep that motivation to go further.
We should be very proud.
You can't do those at the end.
Yeah, well,
we're looking forward to seeing
You can't do those at the end.
and all the movies and the shoots and covers and.
Yeah, actually, you know, actually, speaking of a movie, actually, there's a movie that I shot over a year ago, and I just found out that they would be doing a premiere next month. You know, so this is right here, you know, a reward. I think it's a reward for every actor. Working the red carpet of your own movie, you know, premiering, you know, with all the press and everything. I think it's a reward, you know. A lot of people will say, oh yeah, but I mean, you know, it's money. Yes, money, sure, but it's the reward is like you see that you're in the right path and you know that you're in the right business and that you're going further instead of like you have no business to do the business, you know. So technically I was saying that if you're not going to take rejection, if you're not going to be, you know, you're always going to be depressed, always put yourself down because, you know, like things doesn't go the way that you want. You know, any things like that, any of those, you know, factors will haunt you, then I only have one word to say is you absolutely like should choose a different career, different job, because you're in the wrong business. Because when you get in and you have a foot in, I'm telling you, it's like you have to keep going until, you know, you're gonna eat rock until you start eating caviar. That's exactly what I say. A lot of rocks, yeah. And don't be afraid of that. You might gonna break some teeth on it, you know. But the thing is, you know, after, you know, you get to that point, you'll be able to get veneers.
That's it. Keep going, keep pushing, right?
Yeah, keep pushing, absolutely. Keep doing what you do every day. You know, you wake up in the morning, you have those goals, try to achieve them. Consistency. Yeah. Try to get yourself out there. I guess, you know, the social network, you know, it's now, you know, it's becoming a very you know, big way to advertise yourself, you know, to brand yourself, you know what I mean?
Definitely.
You know, so, you know, take advantage of that. Don't be in the dark. By that I'm not saying like, you know, you have to always like, you know, posting a selfie, I'm here, selfie, I'm there, selfie. No. if you look at my Instagram, you know, which is Sebastien, you can see it's usually mostly related of, you know, what I do in my career. And you can see, you know, it's going to be either if it's a behind the scene of a movie that, you know, that I shot, or either it's a cover of magazine, you know, that just came out, or an article, an interview, you know, like, or anybody that pretty much in the business, you know, that that I met, you know what I mean, like either if it's like a celebrity or whatever. And then of course a huge part, because it's always been my lifestyle, you know, and we're here, you know, we're here at the best gym in the world, the Gold Gym, the Mecca, you know, the Mecca of the bodybuilding, where everything, you know, begins, and where all the dreams, you know, come true.
Yeah,
you know, so.
Well, thank you so much, and we'll look forward to seeing.
Thank you, Lyndsay.
Thank you.